In this word problem, we have Raj takes 2, this is the whole number 2, and 1/5, that is a mixed fraction, minutes to walk across the school ground, and Rahul takes 7/4 minutes to do the same. Who takes less time and by what fraction? Exactly. So if this is a school ground, let's say that, suppose that this is a school ground. So Raj takes these many minutes to walk across the school ground. So if Raj starts from here and then travels all the way up to here, Raj takes 1/5 minutes. And let's say that Rahul starts from here and he also takes complete full round, that is one complete round, and takes 7/4 minutes. These two numbers are in fractions. It's asking who takes less time. It means that we have to compare these two fractions. Now we know that when we compare two fractions, then it's always, you have to convert into like fractions so that you can compare them. Like fractions have the same denominator. So if this is 2 and whole number 2 and then 1/5, it's a mixed fraction. First write this fraction into its improper fraction. So improper fraction, to write this mixed fraction into an improper fraction, this is 5, that's the denominator, times 2, this whole number, plus 1, and then over 5. This will become what? 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1/5. This will be 11/5, right? So 11/5 is the improper fraction for this one. Remember this. And now we have 7/4 for this one, right? Now 11/5 and 7/4, these two are fractions. These two are unlike fractions. Why these are unlike fractions? Because their denominators are not the same. In order to compare two fractions, we have to convert them into like fractions. That is, their denominators should be the same. Only then we can compare them. So the first step towards making them like fractions having the same denominator will be find the LCM of 4, that is this one, and 5. 4 and 5. Now if you find the LCM of 4 and 5, you'll get 20. LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. How? That's for your homework. Pause it and find the LCM of 4 and 5. Now we have the LCM of 4 and 5 as 20, and now we will convert this fraction into its respective equivalent fraction in a way that it has its denominator as 20. So what we have to do is we have to convert 11/5 into its respective equivalent fraction in a way that the denominator comes 20. So by what number we should multiply denominator, that is 5, with, so that here denominator of the equivalent fraction becomes 20? By 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Now since we have multiplied the denominator by 4, we'll also multiply numerator with 4. So 11 times 4 is 44, and that's the way we find the equivalent fraction. Now we'll find the equivalent fraction of 7/4. 7/4, its equivalent fraction in a way that the denominator is 20. So by what number we should multiply 4 with such that the denominator becomes 20? Clearly by 5. Now since we have multiplied the denominator by 5, we'll also multiply numerator with 5. So this is 7 times 5 is 35. So we have now 44/20 and 35/20. Clearly we'll compare them. So this is 44/20 and this is 35/20. Two like fractions. When we compare the numerators. Okay. So clearly 44 is greater than 35, and therefore 44 over 20 is greater than 35 over 20. Now since 44 over 20 is the equivalent fraction of what? 11 over 5, right? So 44 over 20 is the equivalent fraction of 11 over 5, and 11 over 5 is nothing else but the improper fraction for this one. And 35 over 20 is the equivalent fraction of 7 over 4. So clearly, if 44 over 20 is greater than 35 over 20, then we can say that 2 1 over 5, that is this one, is greater than this one, that is 7 over 4. It means that this is greater than this one. It means that Raj took much time to travel this whole, to take one complete round of this ground, school ground. Raj takes much time, more time than this Rahul's. So now it's asking by what fraction the time taken by Raj is more than that of Rahul's. So if we subtract 44, if we subtract 35 over 20 from 44 over 20, we will get that fraction. Since why we are subtracting 35 over 20 from 44 over 20? Clearly, since this fraction is greater than this fraction, therefore we will subtract this fraction from this one. So 20, since we are subtracting two like fractions, so denominator will be 20, and this is 44 minus 35. This will give you what? 9 over 20. So this is the fraction. This is the fraction. By this fraction, Raj is taking, more time by this fraction than the Rahul, the time taken by the Rahul. So Raj is taking more time than Rahul to travel this whole ground, and by what fraction? By this fraction.